Witness a theoretical argument, Washington, D.C., the present. Four intelligent men talking about an improbable thing like going back in time. A friendly debate revolving around a simple issue. Could a human being change what has happened before? Interesting and theoretical because whoever heard of a man going back in time? Before tonight, that is. Because this is The Twilight Zone. Mr. Peter Corrigan, lately returned from a place back there. A journey into time with highly questionable results, proving on one hand that the threads of history are woven tightly and the skein of events cannot be undone. But on the other hand, there are small fragments of tapestry that can be altered. Tonight's thesis, to be taken as you will, in The Twilight Zone.
Rod Serling, the creator of Twilight Zone, will tell you about next week's story after this word from our alternate sponsor.
And now, Mr. Serling.
This, in the parlance of the 20th century, is a used car lot, a graveyard of active ghosts who, by virtue of some exceptional salesmanship and an Indian rubber stretching of the truth, remain as commodities in a world that by rights they should have left generations ago. Mr. Jack Carson plays the role of a larceny-loaded con man suddenly prevented from telling a falsehood. Next week on The Twilight Zone, a most bizarre tale that we call The Whole Truth.
Be sure and see the Colgate-Palmolive Company's new comedy show, My Sister Eileen, Wednesday night on many of these same stations.
Rinky dinks slapped together on an assembly line covered with chintzy chrome, fin tails, idiotic names, and no more workmanship than you can stick into a thimble? I'll tell you what you want. You want the craftsmanship that comes with age, the dependability of proven performers, the dignity of traditional transportation. But this is what you want. A 38 coupe. It'll get you where you want to go. It'll get you back.
This, as the banner already has proclaimed, is Mr. Harvey Honeycutt, an expert on commerce and con jobs, a brash, bright, and larceny-loaded wheeler and dealer who, when the good Lord passed out of conscience, must have gone for a beer and missed out. And these are a couple of other characters in our story. A little old man in a Model A car, but not just any old man and not just any Model A. There's something very special about the both of them. As a matter of fact, in just a few moments, they'll give Harvey Honeycutt something that he's never experienced before. Through the good offices of a little magic, they will unload on Mr. Honeycutt the absolute necessity to tell the truth. Exactly where they come from is conjectural. But as to where they're heading for, this we know. Because all of them and you are on the threshold of the Twilight Zone.
Well, what I'd really like to know is, can you get me through to Jack Kennedy?
Couldn't happen, you say? Far-fetched, way out, tilt of center? Possible, but the next time you buy an automobile, if it happens to look as if it had just gone through the Battle of the Marne, and the seller is ready to throw into the bargain one of his arms, be particularly careful in explaining to the boss about your grandmother's funeral when you were actually at Chavez Ravine watching the Dodgers. It'll be a fact that you're the proud possessor of an instrument of truth, manufactured and distributed by an exclusive dealer in the Twilight Zone.
Rod Serling, creator of The Twilight Zone, will tell you about next week's story after this word from our alternate sponsor. And now, Mr. Serling.
Next week, we bring you a show called The Invaders, written by Mr. Richard Matheson. And in this room, you'll watch Miss Agnes Moorehead in a tension-riddled attempt at escape from a pair of very improbable housebreakers. This one we recommend to science fiction buffs, fantasy lovers, or to anyone who wants to grip the edge of his seat and take a 24-minute trip into the realm of terror.